All right. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0. We are at executive session. I want to welcome everyone to the Dawson County Board of Commissioners voting session. Today is Thursday, December 18, 2025. Appreciate everybody with us in attendance, as well as those that are with us online. We'll start out with a roll call. Let the record show that all the commissioners are present except for Commissioner Bruce. We'll move on to invocation and pledge. I ask everyone to please stand. If you would bow your heads, please. Our dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and for the many blessings of life. We ask for knowledge and wisdom to carry out the business of this county. Anything that we accomplish, we'll give you the honor and glory in Christ's name. We do ask and pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and Are there any announcements on the board? Any announcements? We move on to the approval of the minutes. First up, we have the minutes of the work session held on December 4, 2025. Any additions or deletions? Motions.
Motion to approve is presented.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And those are approved 3-0. Next up, we have the minutes of the voting session held on December 4, 2025. Any additions or deletions? Motions.
Motion to approve is presented.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0. We'll move on to the approval of the agenda. Do have some changes to the agenda. The additions numbers 4 through 7 under new business. Be the FY 2026 State Public Defender Contract, FY 2026 Public Defender Intergovernmental Agreement between Dawson and Hall Counties, request to accept funds from Treatment Services for Public Health Building as well as Superior Court, and deed of assent concerning property being donated from Stiles Estate over to the county. I'll entertain a motion to accept the agenda with those 4 changes.
Make a motion to accept the agenda as amended.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0 with the changes. No one signed up for public comment in this section. We'll move on to the consent agenda. We have 2026 qualifying fees for local officials, request to donate a surplus fire engine, Animal Control Enforcement Agreement between the City of Dawsonville, Dawson County, and the Humane Society, Keep Dawson County Beautiful Co-Executive Director appointments, Aaron Ostendorf and Tessa Webb. A memorandum of understanding between Dawson County and Forsyth County concerning mutual use of law enforcement fire EMS radio frequencies and waiver of conflict concerning the same. Board appointments, Construction Board of Adjustments and Appeals, Greg Scott, reappointment, term January 26th through December 29. Michael Turner replacing John Lee, term January 26th through December 29. Industrial Building Authority, Jerry Allen, reappointment, term January 2026 through December 2029. Carol Turner, reappointment, term January 26th through December 2029. Mike Libator replacing Brian Trapnell, term January 26th through December 2029. Gary Valters replacing Gary Coates, term January 26th through December 29. The Tax Assessors Board, Kathy Lynn, reappointment, term January 26th through December 2028. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And the consent agenda is approved, 3-0. Move on to alcohol license, new alcohol license, retail package sales of malt beverages and wine, Highway 53 Food Mart LLC, doing business as Sankey's 6566 Highway 53 East, Dawsonville, Georgia, 30534.
Good evening, Chairman. Good evening, Commissioners. Highway 53 Food Mart, LLC, DBA Sankey's, 6566 Highway 53 East, Dawsonville, Georgia, 30534, has applied for the issuance of a license to sell malt beverages and wine for a retail package at the same location. The licensee has successfully passed the criminal history check and is scheduled to assume ownership on January 1st. While the location will be under new ownership, the applicant has elected to maintain the name of Sankey's, noting its longstanding presence in Dawson County for more than 30 years. The general manager, Lainey Frontiel, is with us this evening and is available to answer any questions the board may have, and I'm also available to answer any you may have as well.
Questions from the board? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
What's the pleasure of the board?
Make a motion that we approve the new alcohol license for Highway 53 Food Mart LLC, DBA Sankey's, located at 6566 Highway 53 East, Dawsonville, Georgia.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that's approved, 3-0. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now we move on to unfinished business, consideration of resolution concerning COLAs and supplements for elected officials. That was tabled from December 4th, 2025. Any other information needed by the board? Motions.
Been a lot of work going into this, so I would like to make a motion that we approve the resolution that was sent out by legal this afternoon with the following changes. There was some input provided from Chief Magistrate that I think we want to incorporate. The second page, there's a whereas the Chief Magistrate represents that all current magistrate judges, open parentheses, chief associate, and full-time judges, close parentheses, are licensed attorneys in good standing with the State Bar of Georgia. And then we move down to number 2, and we're going to make a strike through in the second sentence for each respective elected official and the appointed associate magistrate. We're going to add after line 1 where it says supplements, we would add for sheriff and tax commissioner. So that whole sentence or that whole paragraph would read, for the foregoing identified local supplements for the sheriff and tax commissioner shall continue in the amount set forth above until such time that the Dawson County Board of Commissioners takes lawful action to rescind or modify them. And then we would, my motion would include changing section, I guess it would be 4, 4. Language would change to all magistrate judges, including the chief magistrate and full-time associate magistrate, and the part-time magistrate judges shall receive a local supplement if the magistrate is a licensed attorney in good standing with the State Bar of Georgia, open parentheses, the attorney supplement, close parentheses, in the amount of $10,000 per attorney judge. The current existing chief magistrate and associate magistrate supplement shall be modified to be named the attorney supplement and increased proportionately to account for the increased supplement. And then I would also make change below that to add under part-time magistrates $10,000, which would be new supplement, open parentheses, new supplement, close parentheses. And then next line would be the attorney supplement shall continue in the amount set forth until such time as the Dawson County Board of Commissioners takes lawful action to rescind or modify them.
Second.
I need to also add to my motion, if I may, that this would require a budget change because the budget was approved on a different amount. So we would need to also amend the magistrate judge's budget to increase $47,465.40.
Second.
Second.
Also, got a motion by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote.
And I will get you those in writing. Okay. Okay, thank you.
You don't want to listen to that multiple times.
And that's approved 3-0. We move on to new business. First up, we have consideration of request to approve contractual services provided to the Board of Tax Assessors by third-party vendor. That would be GMAS, $229,500. Any other information needed? Motions?
From a contract perspective, there was, I think there were some questions about the way that we have a set amount versus prior contracts. It was spelled out. Ultimately the board is responsible for that. Or have y'all vetted that contract out and you feel comfortable with the way that that is being presented? Sure.
Yeah, come on up.
Chairman, Commissioners, Brent Covington, Board of Tax Assessors. I know the last meeting, the concern was if GMAS is going to duplicate, is that what you're referring to, Chris, the work?
That would be a follow-up question that, yeah, I would like clarification on, but I guess this first question would be around the way, and just for public consumption, the way that the state has the organizations established in the state legislature that gives a Chinese wall, per se, between the Board of Commissioners and the Board of Tax Assessors to ensure that there's no politicalization of the way that tax assessor does their job. And so that board, the Board of Assessor Board, is responsible for managing that department kind of independently of what the Board of Commissioner does. Now, it is our responsibility to approve contracts. And so when that board brings us a contract, we just want to make sure that that board has fully vetted out that contract and is comfortable with that contract the way it's written as you bring it before us to make that decision. You know, our goal and our responsibility is to ensure that a contract, number one, you are recommending it to us and fully believe in that contract, that it's going to do a quality job and get the work done that y'all are responsible ultimately to do.
Correct.
And so I just want to make sure that y'all are 100% comfortable with it, because there were some nuances between the last contract and this one, whereas this one's just got a full number of 229, not exact, 225,900. And then the other one had the spelled out where each individual line item or each individual task was separate line item. Are y'all comfortable with the budget or with this new contract not spelling out the details?
Yes, we are, and that's why we decided to proceed with it. That also in the presentation that we had received from them, it had everything stated in there as far as compared to the last contract we had of what they will do. Now, we've also taken GIS and combined with GMAS of doing both instead of having two separate vendors there, for one for GIS and one doing the appraisals and stuff for us.
And as far as ensuring that there's no duplication, that was a question that came up last time. You guys, again, y'all vet these contracts out and you bring them to us for your recommendation. So have you vetted that process out to make sure there's no duplication of work?
Yes, we have. And our office will take care of internally things that was not finished up from the previous contract. GMAS will not be duplicating any work that was with a previous vendor.
Okay.
And also, too, that contract that was submitted to us has a contract date of 2027.
Well, the front page on your page there says 2026 as well.
Yeah, it should be 2026 as well in
And
there.
you got three more. That's 27, 28, 29.
Okay.
Which is not uncommon that we do multiple But you can change it year to year. So, yeah.
And then my one question, we've had some really good sales ratios, particularly this last year. So will we be expecting to see those same sales ratios moving forward? And if not, will we readdress the contract at that point?
Yes.
Other questions? Thank you. What's the pleasure of the board?
I mean, I guess I'll more of a comment at this point. Again, there's a separation between that board and this board, and board members need to be comfortable with the recommendation that's coming forward, and we don't necessarily control the quality of any contract. That's up to the board to bring that recommendation, and that board has recommended that this is the direction they want to go, and so they own it, and this is their contract. So with that, I would make a recommendation that we approve the contract that's been presented to us by the Board of Assessors.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Turkett to accept the contract for GMAS, recommended by the Board of Tax Assessors. Discussion.
I think one other note that I meant to mention a minute ago, it appears that there is a difference between what we budgeted based on the prior contract and this particular contract. We would need to add $572 to the current, or to the 2026 budget for the tax assessor site to be able to, or tax assessor.
She's shaking her head.
That was from Natalie, so. Okay, well, if we have to make an amendment, then we can make that later, but that was from finance, so I just want to make sure we're covering our bases.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, please vote. And I'll vote with the yeas, 3-1. So it is approved. All right, next up, we have consideration of IFB 487-25 concrete apron repairs at Fire Station 7 and 8. And that is in the amount of $104,880. And that revenue would come from Splosh 6 and Splosh 7. Any other information needed? Motions.
Make a motion that we accept the offers received for Task 1 and reject the offers received for Task 2 and award a contract to RM Concrete Specialists in the amount of $104,880 utilizing SPLOST 6 and SPLOST 7 funds.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0. Next up, we have consideration Board of Commissioners 2026 Vice Chair appointment. As I stated at our last meeting, Commissioner Gaines serves in that role and has done an excellent job. And I would recommend him to you to continue in that role.
Make a motion that we appoint Commissioner Gaines for the vice chair role for 2026.
It was Stowers, not Gaines.
No.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Turkett.
I froze for a second.
Any discussion?
Thank you for your confidence in me.
And with that, please vote. And I guess I'll vote on this one. He may not want to vote for himself. Good. That's all right. No. It's all right. It passes anyway. It passes. All right, we move on. All right, we have next up presentation of FY 2026 State Public Defender contract. That's $213,156, which is budgeted in the 2026 budget. This is just a continuation. Motions.
Make a motion that we approve the FY 26 State Public Defender contract in the amount of $213,156.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Gaines. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0. Next up, we have presentation of FY 2026 Public Defender Intergovernmental Agreement between Dawson and Hall Counties. That's an amount of $101,357.38. That also is budgeted. Motions.
Make a motion that we approve the FY 2026 intergovernmental agreement between Dawson and Hall counties.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0. Next up, we have presentation of request to accept funds from Treatment Services for Public Health Building renovations. That's $100,000 from Superior Court fund balance and $50,000 from Treatment Services for a total of $150,000 to go into the public health building renovations.
Make a motion, we approve the acceptance of $150,000 from Treatment Services for the public health building renovations.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gaines, seconded by Commissioner Stowers. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0. Next up, we have presentation of deed of assent concerning property being donated from the Stiles Estate over to the county. Any other information needed? Motions.
Do we just need to accept that deed of assent?
Uh-huh.
I make a motion that we accept the deed of assent from Stiles Estate to Dawson County and authorize the chairman to sign that.
Motion by Commissioner Stowers, seconded by Commissioner Turkett. Discussion. Hearing none, please vote. And that is approved 3-0. We'll move on to public comment. We do have one person signed up for public comment in this section, Ms. Lori McCormick. Ms. McCormick, come on up. Ms. McCormick, you please sign in and give us your name and address, and you will have 3 minutes. If you need more time than that, then you can request that from the board if they so desire.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me tonight. I'm here as part of McCormick Solutions LLC Incorporated. We are the current, still till the end of this month, contractors with the Board of Tax Assessors. And I just had a couple of things I wanted to clarify that was mentioned in the December 4th meeting. They had mentioned that, and I just wanted the public to know, the taxpayers know, because we live here in this county, we live here in Dawson County. I've served in y'all's position from 2000 to 2004, so I know what y'all are putting up with, but thank you for your service. But I just wanted to make sure that it was clarified. We want to go out of here with a good, that we did a good job and nothing was perceived wrong. There was a difference, and it had stated that it was like $6,000, and it's a little bit less than that. It's $4,500, and the two contracts are very different. Ours had a lot of stated amounts, and the new one does not. And hopefully y'all don't have to deal with something like this the next time around, because if you do, it's very open-ended, and you're not going to know what you're going to owe next time. But we did present the work that we was assigned by Miss Elaine Garrett, the chief appraiser. And it was for 2026, and we knew that. And we worked in good faith and performed that work up to the point of data entry, in which we were not allowed to, we were cut off from access to the system to put that in the system. And the way we found out is we were locked out of the computer. We could get on, and we called in, and we were told they were not supposed to talk to us to get in touch with Elaine. So, other than that, all the work has been completed. But we have like 100 and some odd, it's a brand new subdivision that has houses already in it, that's built, people living in it, that don't have parcel numbers. The splits have not been done. So that couldn't be completed anyway. And that's responsibility of the chief appraiser. I just wanted to let you know that we actually did more work than what you're going to get out of the new contract because we love Dawson County and we lived here and we wanted to make sure we did a good job. And I just wanted to make sure that everything was clear after the last meeting of what was being said. I had a lot more to say, but I'm just letting it be because this is my county and I love it. And I thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, and with that, we are adjourned. Thank you for your attendance.